Somebody has an Uncle Joe that's coming through that's deceased, that's been passed on for probably 4 or 5 years at least. But his name wasn't actually Joe. He just went by Uncle Joe. He's not showing or telling me why, but that's just what everybody knew him was Uncle Joe. Full head of hair when he passed. Mostly all white. I'm saying white and silver. Wore a lot of flannels. Big belt buckle, so uh he's showing me somewhere in the south, like Texas, because he's got cowboy boots. And he was a rancher. He's also showing me that in one of his hands he had some sort of like equipment accident where it mangled one of his fingers. Like he didn't lose it, but it like disfigured one of his fingers. So it wasn't completely functional, like still had nerve damage. He's showing me he passed from like a heart attack or something. Because there's like a chest constriction. It almost feels like a fluid in the lungs type of thing. Um, he didn't pass fast. Like he had been sick for a little while, and then it just took a turn, and he passed. um, he's coming through for a woman with an N in her first name. Annie, Catherine, Corinne. Like there's an N somewhere towards the end of your first name. And he comes to you as birds, like colorful birds, but also you hear the tinkling of wind chimes sometimes, even when you don't see any around. That's him. Um, he knew when you were born that you were a reincarnation of either a very, very distant grandmother that passed when he was young, or an aunt. It's not a woman that you knew. It was somebody that was older and passed when he's showing me like before the age of 5 or 7. um, so you were kind of like the favorite kid in the family of his. And I'm seeing like a very large family with lots of nephews and nieces and great grandchildren and the whole 9 yards. But like you have a massive family tree. But he's showing me that you were like his favorite, and that he used to bring you like little candies and stuff and take you out and go do work. Like you would go out and on the farm and do stuff with him, or like run into town with him is what he's showing me. And he had an old truck. I'm seeing like it's an old Dodge or a Ford or GMC, but like an old square body that he had when he was younger. It didn't run later in life. Like I'm seeing it just kind of like sitting in a barn or like covered with stuff in like an old garage. um, he had an emotional attachment to that truck. So, wind chimes. He brings you the tinkling of wind chimes, or sometimes what might sound like classical music late at night when you're really tired and you're kind of like nodding off or like zoning out. That's Uncle Joe.